Hello and welcome to episode 29 of the Neon 1000, my continuing exploration of this book, given away with Neon magazine in the late 90s. Today I'm going to be looking at film 792, Twin Town from 1997, which is under the sibling rivalry movies category. Not really sure of its place in this category. There isn't really any sibling rivalry between the two main characters. You could argue there is between them and their sister, but it's more like a love-hate relationship. I don't know if there's much of a rivalry, but yeah, anyway, that's where they put it. Joyriding, dodgy geezers, violence, loads of drugs, all partaken by a pair of Welsh brothers, if not actually twins. Spoilers! The film was directed by Kevin Allen, who is the brother of Keith Allen and uncle of Lily Allen and Alfie Allen. His only other sort of major credit, other than Twin Town, is actually Agent Cody Banks 2 Destination London. There have been other things that he's done, directing jobs, blah 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 blah, but that's largely it. He did kind of leave movie making for quite some time to be a pig farmer. The film starred Rhys Evans and his real life brother Fleur Evans. So Rhys Evans spells his surname Ifans, whereas his brother spelt it the more recognisable way of Evans, which just confuses things even more because they're not twins. They're not twins in the film and they're not twins in real life, but they are brothers. Obviously, Rhys Evans has appeared in a lot of films since this, such as Notting Hill, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Boat That Rocked, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. He's also appeared in Game of Thrones sequel, prequel, House of the Dragon. His brother, however, has only really appeared in like Welsh language TV and film productions, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of credits to his name. But Rhys Evans is the more charismatic of the two brothers, so that's the reason. The film also features Dougray Scott, who played the villain in Mission Impossible 2, and has appeared in TV shows such as Desperate Housewives, Batwoman and Hemlock Grove, but most famously was Almost Wolverine. So legend has it that he had the job and he couldn't do it because they were doing reshoots for Mission Impossible 2, so he had to pull out, and Hugh Jackman stepped in. And Hugh Jackman is a much bigger film star than Dougray Scott. It would be interesting to know there is in some parallel universe somewhere where Dougray Scott is a much bigger movie star, and Hugh Jackman is, I don't know, still teaching. I don't know. Kevin Allen and several of his family members also appear in the film. Obviously, most prominently is his brother Keith, who plays the dog walker, who buys a hot dog that's been spiked with magic mushrooms from the twins, and is later seen tripping out and naked in a hedgerow with a sheep. Kevin appears on the TV screen in the Lewis family's caravan. His mother and several of his aunts are in the scene with the taxi driver. And his uncle is the man getting a hand job in the beauty parlour. There we are. Ooh, degenerates. The Lewis brothers are basically two local reprobates who like taking lots of drugs, stealing cars and taking them for joyrides. When their dad basically breaks his leg working for local businessman Bryn Cartwright, the twins go and seek compensation. Bryn basically tells them to do one, and that escalates the situation. So it starts off a bit tit for tat, but it eventually leads to their family caravan bursting into flames and killing their mother, father and sister. At which point the twins go full-scale revenge, and it does not end well. Spoilers! Apparently the film was originally going to be called Hot Dog, which doesn't make much sense on the surface. Twin Town seems like a much better title, as the two main characters, who are referred to as twins, basically terrorise their town. Hot dogs are basically their father's favourite food. Hot dogs for tea, boys! And when he dies the night of the funeral, they actually steal a hot dog van, and they're seen up on the hillside, kind of looking down to where the funeral is. and this is where they meet Keith Allen's character and feed him mushrooms. Later on, they steal the hearse with their father's body in it, with the ultimate aim of burying him at sea, which is what he ultimately wanted. So there is this through line through the film of basically making their dad's final wishes come true. Lovely boys they are. The film very much tried to piggyback off the success of Trainspotting, which came out the year before. This is no more evident than in the trailer, which sees the boy joyriding a sports car, which isn't featured in the film, and in the back of the car there's a girl and a dog. The dog does belong to the boys in the film, but the girl is Bonnie Cartwright, the daughter of Bryn Cartwright, the nemesis of the film, and a character who they have very little to do with. She's basically there to be the Kelly MacDonald. Then the twins start listing things associated with Wales, and this is very much like the Choose Life monologue from Trainspotting. I did actually have this on video back in the day and watched it numerous times, but after 25 years I remembered almost nothing about it. The only thing I could remember, I had this vague image of two characters stood outside a train station, shopping centre, something like that, having a conversation. I give the film a solid 3 stars. It's not amazing, but it's definitely worth an hour and a half of your time. There you go, Twin Town. On to the recommendations. So, for obvious reasons, as I have mentioned already in the video, Trainspotting from 1996, Human Traffic from 1999, which is another film about drugs set in Wales, and Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels from 1998, which, similar to Twin Town, has a narrative where lots of different characters all kind of cross paths for one tapestry of storytelling. Okay, so that's all I've got time for. So long, farewell.